Rising at on CBS 8 and ABC 32.
Glad to have you with us this morning. I'm Andrew James. Julia Brooks has the morning off. We are following the latest developments from Hurricane Zeta, which flew through our area overnight. Alabama Power says close to 500,000 people are without power this morning across the state. We have team coverage of all the damage left behind. Jerome Jones is live in Autauga County, where a portion of Highway 82 is shut down this morning. We also have Samantha Williams live in Montgomery, where there are numerous trees down on homes. We do start with meteorologist Ryan Stinnett, though, for the latest on where Zeta is right now. Ryan, it was an eventful night.
Absolutely, and it's winding down for our state as this system rapidly pushes off towards the north and east. Made landfall as a strong Category 2 hurricane about 5 o'clock yesterday. As of right now, the center of circulation is over North Georgia. It's racing across the southeast, moving at 39 miles per hour, winds of 60, so it's still a strong tropical storm, but thankfully the weather is improving for us in Alabama, and it will continue to rapidly push off towards the north and east. Once again, it crossed Alabama, producing widespread wind and power issues. Wind gusts anywhere from 60 to 80 miles per hour were reported in our viewing area, and you notice that center circulation pushing out of the area. So yes, we still got some lingering clouds, we got some lingering rainfall, but our weather will vastly improve as we head throughout the next several hours. So this morning still cloudy, light rain, some breezy conditions. Winds are still about 20 miles per hour, but as far as the widespread wind energy, it's moving out of the area. And throughout the day, we're going to see improving weather. Still got the tropical storm warning in effect for a few more hours, mainly along and east of 65. But notice they've been whittled away across West Alabama as those winds start to relax and what we had to deal with moves out of the area. But so right now, impact forecast is yellow through about 8 a.m., but by lunchtime and into the afternoon, we're going to see tons of sunshine and improving weather. So we're going to say goodbye to Zeta. Now it's all about the cleanup, and the weather's going to cooperate as far as cleanup, and that'll continue through the upcoming weekend. Andrew?
Ryan, thank you. Continuing our team coverage, we have crews spread across the area this morning following up on the numerous damage reports. We're going to start in Autauga County, where a portion of Highway 82 is shut down because of downed trees and power lines. Jerome Jones joins us live with more on this. How are things looking there, Jerome?
Yeah, Andrew, we're at Highway 82 westbound near the Booth community. That's about 5 miles west of Prattville. And officials tell me that Highway 82 is closed here and will be closed for some time. Now, officials say that there are at least 3 large trees down across Highway 82 right now, and there are live power lines down with those trees. Now, the power companies cannot begin their work until daybreak. They are advising people to avoid this area. Now, earlier this morning, we did speak with one truck driver that was stranded on Highway 82 because of these downed trees.
When I got up there, I seen the flashing lights in the tree over the road, so I've only been here about 10 minutes probably. About 10 minutes. This really affects my income, so I'm not going to be able to make it to my destination to pick up a load and make a living.
This morning, officials tell me there are dozens, if not hundreds, of downed trees across Autauga County, and they say many of those trees have power lines mixed in with them. And as I stated earlier, the power companies cannot get out here to assess the damage until daybreak, so they're advising people to stay away from those trees. Don't try to cross them, and if you do see EMA crews or power crews in the area, please give them their space to be able to work safely until they could get this power cut off, get these trees removed, and get things flowing back. Reporting from Autauga County, Jerome Jones, Alabama News Network. Back to you, Andrew.
Thank you for that report, Jerome. We're going to stay in Autauga County now. EMA Director Ernie Baggett is joining us on the phone with more on the response across the county. Thank you for being here with us this morning, and just start out by telling us the full assessment. We just saw the damage that Jerome was talking about on Highway 82.
Right. Good morning, and guys. We've had a good bit, and he was right. We don't even have an actual count yet on the number of trees. They're still being called in, and as people are getting up and starting to move around, they're seeing more trees down. So we had earlier issued a impassable road warning, just wanted everyone, consider all of our roads impassable until 4 a.m. this morning. We're actually going to extend that probably till about 10 this morning, just because, as the report order kind of led to there just a moment ago, we're not going to be able to get some of those trees down until the power crews can get out there. But it is very widespread. Some of our roads have multiple trees down on them, so it's not just like one tree on one road. We've got some that just have multiple trees. So it is, travel this morning in Autauga County is going to be very difficult and perilous.
So we know you guys are wanting people to stay off the roads if at all possible this morning. With so much damage, we do have to ask you, are there any injuries that have been reported at this point?
So far, we've only had one minor injury. We did have we've had a couple of trees fall on homes. One fell on a home, but there was a minor injury there. They didn't have to go to the hospital or anything like that, but we've been very fortunate up until this point.
Okay, well, we appreciate you talking with us this morning. We know that a lot of cleanup will be happening today. We will be checking back in with you for more on that throughout the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to move to damage that we're seeing in Montgomery now. Multiple trees are down on homes and power lines across the capital city. Samantha Williams is live with more on that. Samantha?
Hey, Andrew, I'm on Cloverdale Drive right now where this massive tree, you can actually see that tree trunk. I'm told it has to be over 100 years old, fell on a house. You cannot see the house at all right now. I mean, the tree is extensively big. I did speak with a neighbor earlier who tells me there was a 95-year-old lady who was inside. She is inside, actually. Police came out to check on her. She explains a little bit more now about her condition.
They said that the front porch is completely destroyed. They had a hard time getting her door open to even get her to come to the door. So they're going to have to completely remove the tree to even get to that front access of the house.
Now, I continued talking to that neighbor who says she heard this loud bang at about 1:30 a.m. and it was the tree falling on her neighbor's house. She's very lucky, very blessed and happy that, it didn't fall on her house and also that this lady in this house is okay. I'm told police did come and check her out. Everything's fine, but of course it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of time to get this tree moved away from the house and a lot of recovery. And we have been driving around all night in Thunder Truck. We were in Greenville earlier, in Montgomery a lot of this morning as well, and there have been extensive trees down all over the place in roadways on other houses as well. So this is just one of the many circumstances, Andrew, for people to look out for and be careful for if they're commuting in the morning and driving out in Montgomery.
Thank you so much for that live report, Samantha. We are glad to hear that they are doing all right. A scary morning for sure. And this is what we're seeing all across the area. Here are some new pictures of more storm damage in Montgomery. This is at Norman Bridge Road and Hadley Road. Our crews were at the scene earlier this morning as they were blocking off the road. And we're seeing scenes just like this all across the area. Local EMAs are responding as quickly as they can. And again, they say to stay off the roads if possible this morning. Now, we know that close to 4,000 residents in Central Alabama are without power thanks to Zeta. Here's a look at the latest numbers we're going to show you from Dixie Electric. Montgomery County has the most significant number of outages with close to 2,300. We also have more numbers. These are from Central Alabama Electric Co-op. We know that more than 11,000 people are without power in Elmore County this morning. 9,400 are without power in Chilton County, 9,300 in Autauga County, and 1,200 people are without power in Dallas County. We're going to work to update those numbers all throughout the morning. Now, the Red Cross of Alabama is already responding to Hurricane Zeta. Around 30 Red Cross workers are in Mobile right now. They've been setting up shelters for people who had to evacuate their homes. Those crews will be out in the hardest hit areas later today.
So we're going to make sure that we're working and we're getting our teams out there. They're going to be in those big Red Cross vans and trucks that you see, passing out supplies, giving meals to eat, and anything that people may need. Also resources.
And after multiple hurricanes this year, the Red Cross is in need of volunteers and donations as they prepare to respond to the next disaster. If you would like to help, you can visit redcross.org. And stay with Alabama News Network for complete coverage of Hurricane Zeta. As you can see, we have crews spread all across the area this morning. We will also keep you updated on our Facebook and Twitter pages, so make sure you're following us there, and stay tuned for complete coverage here on Alabama News Rising and throughout the day on Alabama News Network.
Now, Weather Authority meteorologist Ryan Stinnett.
5:10 on this Thursday morning. Once again, Zeta, a hurricane made landfall in Louisiana, made its way across the area, and is now moving over into North Georgia. The worst of the weather's out of here. We're still dealing with some rain and some clouds and some windy conditions, but the good news is we should see the weather greatly improve the next couple of hours. And for the most part, Storm Tracker Radar, there's the center of circulation. It's north of Atlanta now. We got this trailing band of showers and thunderstorms. That's the tornado threat. But for us in Central and South Alabama, just dealing with cloudy conditions. Roads are going to be wet, and just once again, as all the EMA directors are saying, just give them some time to assess the damage and clean it up. Widespread tree and power issues as winds were over 60 to 80 miles per hour in some locations. Out at Danley Field, the official wind gust 61, so that brought down a lot of trees in the capital city. Still breezy conditions across East Alabama. We've got that tropical storm warning. It's going to go until at least through the morning hours. The Weather Service will cancel that once those winds come down, but it's still gusting anywhere from 20 to 30 miles per hour. So your weather headlines. Zeta is out of here. Great news. Improving weather today, and we've got wonderful weekend weather ahead. It's going to be a beautiful Halloween weekend, but it's still hurricane season, and here is Zeta, made its way across the area, but we got something else to talk about. Our next system likely already taking shape down in the southern Caribbean. 40% chance of development. If this develops, it will be Eta. Too early to know if this is going to be a problem for us, but just know we still got a month of hurricane season left, and we're likely going to see our next system in the Caribbean next week. As far as Futurecast today, there goes Zeta. It's exiting. We're going to watch this front coming in on the backside of it, and that's going to be bringing much cooler weather as we head through the next several days across the area. Sunshine in full supply, just gorgeous weather. But through the morning hours, expect breezy, cloudy conditions for the most part. But I think by the afternoon, we're going to see sunshine returning with improving weather. Some cool temperatures tonight. Tomorrow, we don't make it out of the 60s. And overall, that great looking weekend of weather, it's ahead for sure. But impact forecast yellow through the first half of the day. Then we're green all the way through Election Day. Beautiful Halloween weekend as well. Temperatures 60s and 70s each day. Lows 30s and 40s by early next week. Andrew?
Ryan, thank you so much. Still to come this morning, John Longshore and Adam Solomon break down Alabama's title chances without Jalen Waddle. That's later in sports. But up next, hear from Selma's new mayor-elect, James Perkin Jr., as he prepares to take over the office next week.